Right now, every tech company is talking about AI agents, but they're showing you the 2024 version. What's coming in 2026 will fundamentally change how businesses operate, how careers develop, and what skills actually matter. I've analyzed hundreds of research papers and private beta programs to show you what's really coming, and it's nothing like what you're seeing in the headlines. You're focused on automation, not orchestration, and that's a costly mistake. Right now, these simple agents are just task automation. The problem? That's reactive. The key insight is these tools lack strategic intelligence. They can't orchestrate or adapt. What this means is, you're building isolated islands of automation that can't communicate, creating more silos and friction, not less. And that's a recipe for missed opportunities and inefficiency on a massive scale. But here's where it gets truly revolutionary. Collaborative agent networks in 2025 will transform isolated tools into a strategic collective. This is a shift from executing commands to orchestrating outcomes. The pattern clearly indicates these networks will think, negotiate, and solve problems together, moving beyond simple automation. It's the birth of a true digital workforce with emergent intelligence. Now the final leap moves from networks to memory. By 2026, these agents become persistent. What this means is they learn and adapt over months or years, building deep expertise on your business. The key insight is you're not just deploying a tool anymore. You're cultivating a strategic partner whose value compounds with every single interaction. This next part changes everything. This is the profound shift from ephemeral assistant to institutional intelligence. Their accumulated memory becomes a durable asset that competitors cannot simply replicate. This strategic outcome is an operational asymmetry where your entire organization learns faster than the market can react. And that's exactly what comes next. Building on that, most think AI means smarter chatbots. The real shift? AI agents that execute autonomously. Stop thinking in commands. Soon you won't be telling an agent what to do. You'll be discussing objectives and collaborating on a strategy. I will ask clarifying questions, suggest approaches, and refine the plan with you. It becomes a true partner in thinking, not just a tool that awaits your precise instructions. You've been misled. The promise of mastering some perfect prompt formula is a dead end. The real breakthrough is inverted. The agent will build a unique model of you. It learns your implicit decision patterns and unspoken preferences, then anticipates your needs before you articulate them. Your unique work fingerprint becomes the new interface. The breakthrough is the end of explicit instruction. The agent's new skill is listening, absorbing your decisions, style, and priorities from every interaction. It builds a model of your judgment, learning what you value before you state it. Your strategic fingerprint becomes its core program, automating workflows by predicting your next move, not just waiting for a command. Here's where most people completely miss the point. What if the AI could learn your every move before you even speak? You won't be training these systems anymore. They will be training themselves relentlessly by watching you work. Your intuition, your preferences, your unique strategic pattern, the agent internalizes it all. You stop giving orders and start being mirrored. This is the great shift. From laboriously managing an AI tool to having an autonomous partner shaped entirely by you. Building on that, forget AI hype. Real power will shift to those mastering agent orchestration. Let's get specific. By 2026, your procurement, pricing, and resource allocation won't be decided by committees. They'll be managed in real time by AI agents. These systems will negotiate contracts and reallocate budgets across your supply chain autonomously. The key insight is this: economic efficiency will no longer be a quarterly goal, but a constant, automated reality. But here's what will shock you. Your own agents will begin trading with competing companies' systems. The pattern clearly indicates they'll negotiate deals, share resources, and form temporary alliances, all without human approval. Your corporate strategy could literally be rewritten overnight by this agent-driven market. So picture this battlefield, not with human teams, but with agent economies. They won't just automate jobs, they'll create whole new markets for intelligence and processing power. The key insight is that your most valuable skill will shift from coding an agent to orchestrating this new, chaotic financial layer. Your primary role becomes strategic portfolio manager of these AI entities. Most people skip this part. That's exactly why they stay stuck. These agents will compete, trade, and negotiate autonomously. What this means is, you'll be managing a dynamic economy of intelligence, where capital flows to the highest performing models. The pattern clearly indicates a future where agent reputation and reliability become your core assets. You won't build every solution, you'll strategically invest in the ones that win, and that's exactly what comes next. Building on that, they are obsessing over AI tools, but missing the real shift. Here's the critical mindset shift. You're no longer a solo performer, you're becoming a team lead for your own AI workforce. This isn't about using a tool, it's about managing a trusted partner. The real advantage goes to those who learn to delegate strategy, assign context, and orchestrate results, turning raw artificial intelligence into a true force multiplier. Now this third breakthrough creates the playbook. The key insight is that effective delegation requires a shared language. What this means is structured communication protocols. Think clear objectives, define constraints, and standardize status updates. This transforms chaotic prompting into a reliable, repeatable workflow where you and your agents operate in perfect sync. Consider this. Your most critical skill is no longer execution, but orchestration. The pattern clearly indicates a fundamental career shift. Your ability to define the mission, set the guardrails, and integrate agent output will be your sole competitive edge. Master this, or you will be managed by those who do. This is the detail that separates beginners from practitioners. We are moving beyond simple oversight. The breakthrough is structured collaboration. Think of yourself not as a manager, but as a conductor. You will design the score, coordinate the sections, and refine the symphony. This is not passive monitoring, it is active creative direction. Your protocols will determine whether the entire system succeeds or fails, and that's exactly what comes next. Building on that, stop training for obsolete skills. Your AI colleague is already evolving. Multi-agent design is how the big leap actually happens. Instead of one AI assistant, imagine orchestrating dozens of specialized agents that communicate and debate. Your role shifts from writing every instruction to managing a highly capable autonomous team. The key insight is this: the ability to design these systems becomes your primary source of leverage and control. Imagine your agents as elite athletes in a global competition. Just as a coach doesn't just recruit talent, but obsessively analyzes performance data to eliminate weaknesses, your key insight is that passive oversight is over. The pattern clearly indicates that your primary role becomes the strategic coach who measures, refines, and optimizes every single interaction for maximum competitive advantage. The key insight is that ethical oversight isn't a safety checklist, it's a strategic driver. What this means is that the real competitive advantage will belong to those who proactively design frameworks that their autonomous systems can't violate. This turns governance from a cost center into your most powerful engine for innovation and trust. If you've been skimming, now is the time to pay full attention. Now, this skill is your golden ticket. These agent ecosystems won't speak the same language. The pattern clearly indicates that mastering this integration layer will be the difference between agents that function in a silo and an entire intelligent system that acts as one seamless, powerful unit for you. And that's exactly what comes next. Building on that, stop training for yesterday's AI. Tomorrow's reality is agentic. So which job functions actually get hit hardest? The data is unambiguous. If your primary value is information routing, process supervision, or report generation, you're in the crosshairs. The core insight is that AI agents don't just automate tasks, they automate entire layers of coordination and oversight. This means a fundamental reshaping of traditional management structures is inevitable within the next 2 years. But the opportunity is massive for architects and orchestrators. Technical mastery is being redefined away from syntax and towards strategy. You'll be designing the intelligent systems that replace entire workflows. This means your value won't be in writing the code, but in defining the logic that governs these autonomous agents. Creative professionals are about to experience the single greatest productivity explosion in history. AI agents won't replace your vision, they will become your tireless production studio, elevating your core creative concepts into finished work at unprecedented scale. The artist with an agent army wins. The lone executor loses. This is your moment to command that army. Everything covered so far leads to this single idea. The pattern is undeniable. Industries built on complex, multi-step processes are experiencing immediate AI agent adoption. For them, this isn't just a tool. It's a complete operational rewrite. Legacy workflows will crumble under this new pressure, while agile players who integrate these systems will dominate their markets. The gap between those who adapt and those who don't will widen dramatically. AI agents in 2026 won't just automate tasks, they'll create entirely new business models and career paths. The transition from single agents to collaborative networks represents the biggest opportunity of the decade. Your career success will depend on positioning yourself as an agent orchestrator, not just a user. Start experimenting with multi-agent frameworks now, even if they seem primitive. The learning curve begins today.